Democrats in the House of Representatives have released emails from Jeffrey Epstein to Ghislaine Maxwell, where Epstein said in the 2011 email that Donald Trump, quote, spent hours with one of his victims. This story, of course, coming from the Washington Post. Let me read it here for you. House Democrats released an email from Jeffrey Epstein on Wednesday that claimed President Donald Trump had spent hours at Epstein's house with one of his sex trafficking victims. In the 2011 email released by Democrats on the Oversight Committee, Epstein wrote to Ghislaine Maxwell, his partner who was later convicted of sex trafficking, that Trump had, quote, spent hours at my house with one of Epstein's victims and that encounter, quote, has never once been mentioned by police. Epstein called Trump a, quote, dog that hasn't barked. So, remember when Donald Trump told us that, oh, I stopped talking to Epstein years ago, 2004, maybe it was, that he stopped talking to him, 2004? They weren't friends anymore after that because Epstein was allegedly poaching Donald Trump's pool staff. And then in 2011, somehow, some way, Jeffrey Epstein himself said in an email that, yeah, Donald Trump was just here hanging out for hours with one of my victims. Of course, Epstein didn't call them victims, but that's where we're at. So it's no surprise Donald Trump does not want the full Epstein files released. I mean, it's obvious at this point. And at this point, it should also be obvious to some of those MAGA holdouts who think that the cover-up from the administration is just Pam Bondi and Kash Patel. The cover-up is being orchestrated by Donald Trump himself. He is the guy. He is the one making sure that these files never see the light of day because there is more stuff like this in it, I can promise you. This right here, this new story, this is beyond anything any of us could have thought. Because honestly, for the longest time, even some of us who think Trump was obviously involved with Epstein, we've made it clear that, yeah, he maybe not even did anything with the underage people. But he definitely had to have known it was happening and, didn't report and just let it go because he thought it was fun. So at this point, that idea is out the window. If this email is legitimate, which we have no reason to doubt it, because again, these House Democrats did get this stuff from the Epstein estate itself, then this is big. Almost, as they would call it, the smoking gun at this point. But yeah, this is a massive revelation. And this is a huge stain on Donald Trump. So what'll be fun now is to see what kind of crazy, weird thing Trump comes up with to try to distract the public. Is he going to run back to the Oval Office, start writing those $2,000 checks for everybody so we forget that this email came out? Is he going to go launch a war against Venezuela? That's also apparently already on the table. So, distracting people from your horrible actions with a foreign war of aggression against a country that is not even close to being a threat to us. That's a good distraction, right? Wag the dog style. We're about to see some insane level of distraction here in the United States. You mark my words, because this is something that Donald Trump needs to go away and go away fast. Thanks for watching, everyone. We're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.